Sharp 7:10 p.m. in India. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sirs and madams, let's respect time and let's start. Few questions coming in my mind, and very quickly, let's settle those questions. Then we can take the conversation further, and then we will discuss today about today's topic, that is about building information modeling. So let me settle a few questions. So first question coming in my mind is, tell me from where you are. By the way, which city? Just type your city name in the chat box. There's a chat box available. Please go and type your city name. Okay, Kumar from Chennai and Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Jaipur. Okay, so some of you are texting me directly. So direct message only I can able to see it, others cannot see it. So my suggestion is text to everyone. Okay. So now in case if you're wondering, Prakatish, why are you asking us to write the city name? The only reason I ask is because of two things. First, I want you to understand the power of technology. See, someone sitting in Jaipur, someone sitting in Mumbai, someone sitting in Chennai. Out of curiosity, if you're thinking, Prakatish, where are you sitting right now? Right now, I am sitting in Gurgaon, for very precise, in our TechnoStruct office. So the one thing, the one reason I ask people to write the city name in the chat boxes, see where the technology has reached. I always say it's a matter of one click. You can able to do whatever you want from wherever you are. Okay. But are you clicking that or not? That's the question. But that's not about today's agenda. Today's agenda is about building information modeling. Before we start this webinar, I must tell this. Many people want to learn something in their life, but not everyone will take this first step. But you people did, which shows your interest in learning. And there's no doubt that you are going to become a successful person in future. Yes, because you have decided to spend your valuable time in learning. So I must tell you that you're a true leader as well, because true leaders, they understand how to use time effectively, really. And this is one of the best way of using your time. For what? For learn something new. How many of you agree with it? Just type A in the chat box that as a leader, it's very important for us to understand how to use time effectively. Just type A if you agree with it. One more thing we must understand as a leader. Yeah, thank you very much for writing agree. This is just a reconfirmation that I'm audible or not. Okay, so one thing as a leader, I understand that yes, we have to effectively use our time. Another thing, as a leader, we have to do this, which is we have to separate ourselves from the crowd and stand alone. You may be wondering how to do that. Don't worry, that's why I'm here to help you. Imagine for a moment that today in this webinar, I'm going to share three things which will help you to build a career in a fast growing technology in the construction industry. Okay, so what are these three things? First, what is BIM? Second, what is the future of BIM? And third, why you should consider TechnoStruct Academy. I remember when I finished my graduation in mechanical engineering, I was confused about my career like everyone. And I'm going to share you that how learning building information modeling helps me to build a career in a fast growing industry. As a mechanical engineer, I really don't know that there's a huge opportunity in the AEC sector, not only for the architects, structural engineers, but for mechanical and electrical engineers as well. Now I'm working as a successful BIM engineer in an international firm. I have handled projects around the globe. Like I have experience working for projects from various countries like GCC, US, UK, Singapore, and Indian projects as well. Since I have experience working on projects from various countries, I have gained wide experience, which has benefited me professionally, and it also broadened my creative and logical thinking in the construction field. So this is how BIM helps me in my career. If it helps me, it will definitely help you as well. Building information modeling is the latest game changer as a technology solution in the construction industry. But like any new technology, there's a great need for skilled manpower in this area. Naturally, a number of young students of the construction discipline across the globe are interested in making a career out of it. But you may have a question like how viable a career option it is, how it is taking BIM as a role or as a task in an organization. Is there a dedicated BIM guy? If so, what is the long-term perspective of such a person, etc., etc., right? In the next 60 minutes, you will learn all about BIM. So watch this webinar till the end. At the end of this webinar, we'll be having a Q&A session where we can interact with each other. You can ask all your doubts and I would love to answer all your questions. And at the end of this webinar, I'm also going to give you a bonus information which will definitely help you. So watch this webinar till I end the session. So without wasting your time, let's get started. Okay, so first let's see the journey of BIM. So if you looked at the past of the construction industry, engineers used to design and draft everything manually like this. So this was the life before AutoCAD. Okay, so the drawback here is that it requires skilled people and it's a time consuming process. And once it is done, you can't able to edit it, right? So this gave us a solution, that is computer aided drafting, where we started doing all our drafting works with the help of a computer aided drafting software. For an example, Autodesk AutoCAD. Okay. One thing I want to say, like some of you have logged in with your device names like OnePlus 60 and OnePlus 9 RT. So please rename with your real names instead of your device name, so that it will be easy for us to share the documents and all. Okay. So please change your names. Okay, so then computer aided drafting software, and then building information modeling. And now we are in a cloud collaborated state of BIM, where everything in BIM is connected via cloud itself. Starting from the design, planning, construction, everything is connected via cloud itself. So this is the journey of BIM. So where we started and where we are right now. Okay, so what is BIM? If you just go and search for the definition of BIM, you will get lots of different answers. Like some say it's a software, some say it's a platform, some say it's a 3D model, some say it's a database, some say BIM means a Revit. There are lots of answers. Like, but what BIM actually is? Building information modeling is an intelligent 3D model based process. This is really important. Intelligent 3D model and it's a model based process. Okay, so what is an intelligent 3D model? Intelligent 3D model means the 3D element you're going to create with the help of a BIM tool has all the informations about it. So these informations makes the model intelligent. Okay, so it's not about creating an intelligent BIM model. It's a model based process that gives the architects, engineering, and the construction professionals the insight and tools to more efficiently plan, design, construct, and manage buildings and infrastructure. Okay, so as I said, it's a creating intelligent BIM model and it's a model based process. And these informations can be used for other dimensions and all. So you can see CAD helps people draw, but BIM helps people design, construct, and manage buildings and infrastructure efficiently. So this is what BIM is. So this is just a graph showing you the life cycle of BIM. So as I said, BIM is used in the entire life cycle of a construction project, starting from the planning, design, construction, and operation and maintenance. Everything for entire process it is using BIM. And in BIM, we are not limited with 3 dimensions. We have n number of dimensions in BIM. So first is 2D. So what is 2D? So 2D means it's a 2D drawing which has 2 axes, X and Y. Next is 3D. 3D means it's a 3D model which has 3 axes, X, Y, and Z. It's a 3D model, right? But what is 4D, 5D, and other dimensions? So 4D means here it is time, 5D means cost, 6D means operation, 7D means sustainability, and 8D means safety. And it is not limited with 8D, we have n number of dimensions. In the upcoming slides, I will explain in detail about all these dimensions. But right now, note that we are not limited with 3 dimensions in BIM. So like the dimensions, we also have BIM maturity level. So if you're going to implement BIM in a project, you should know in which level you're going to work. Okay, in which level you're going to create your BIM models. That's important. So there are basically 4 levels in BIM, starting with level 0, level 1, level 2, and level 3. So level 0 BIM. So level 0 BIM means it is not a building information model. It is not even a CAD, just the basic information of a project in the format of paper. Okay, so that is called as level 0 BIM. And level 1 BIM is a combination of 2D drawing and a 3D model, where the 3D model does not contain any intelligence. So when you say a 3D model without intelligence means This is not a building information model. It's a 3D model that is used during the early stages of the project and for the visualization of the finished project. For an example, it may be a 3ds Max also SketchUp model, a 3D model without intelligence. So this is level 1 BIM, a combination of 2D and 3D, no information, no intelligence. Next is level 2 BIM. So in BIM level 2, intelligent BIM model was created for each discipline. Okay, so separate BIM architecture model, separate BIM structure model, separate BIM mechanical model, electrical model, plumbing model was created. And once it is created, we will combine all those different models into a combined BIM model or else a federated model. So why we are creating different disciplines separately and why we are combining those together? The reason is that once we combine the different disciplines of the same building together, we can able to find the problems and the conflicts of the building in the software itself. So what kind of conflicts we may face? Let me show you some real images. So here you can see there are some conflicts between the plumbing pipes and the structures and conduits and all, right? So actually what they have did here inside is that they just break the columns and beams just to run the pipe, right? But what happens here? This will definitely affect the strength of the building. We can't do this, right? But in this case, we don't have any other options because these are plumbing pipes. Plumbing pipes are running with the help of a gravity. So we have to maintain a particular slope in the pipe. Only then we can able to drain all the waste from the building to outside of the building. So in this case, we don't have any other option other than just breaking the columns just to run the pipe. But what if you implemented BIM? What if you have the plumbing model and the structure model of the same project? And when you combine those two models in the software, you can find these conflicts in the software itself, right? And that process is called as clash coordination process. So let me explain in short about how this process is going to happen. So first we design and model in a BIM tool, for an example Revit. Then we export our BIM models into another software platform called as Autodesk Navisworks. So Navisworks is a software that is used to find the conflicts between different disciplines. Okay, so in Navisworks, we combine every model like architecture model, structure model, mechanical model, electrical model, plumbing model. We combine all those together in Navisworks. So once we combine everything together, in the third image you can see, we can able to find the conflicts between the different disciplines. So here you can see the green one represents the pipe and the orange one represents the structure column. Okay, so now we find a conflict between the pipe and the column. Okay, so now what to do? So first we find a clash, then we assign the clash to the concerned person. Okay, so who is responsible to clear this clash? Is it a BIM structure engineer or also BIM mechanical engineer? Of course, it's a mechanical engineer. We won't move the structure, right? So we will find the clash, we will assign the clash to the concerned person, and it is now his responsibility to avoid this clash. So every week we will be having a coordination meeting where all the team members will be attending. We will discuss all these issues in the meeting and we will assign the clash to the concerned person. And this process happens again and again till your model gets clash free. So once the model gets clash free, we don't face these kind of problems in the site. Okay, so there'll be no wastage of material, there'll be no extra labor cost, we can save time, we can save money, we can even improve the quality of the building. So this is why clash coordination is very important in building information modeling. Okay, so we combined all the models, we find the conflicts, and we resolved everything in the software itself. Once all the clashes are resolved, we can move to the next dimension that is called as 4D. So as I said, 4D means here time, right? So 4D is a way forward when doing detailed planning scenarios and rehearsing the plan. We can rehearse virtually in the office and we can eliminate risk. So what we are going to do here is that we are going to combine the clash-free BIM models with the planning data that we get from the planning engineer in the format of CSV or Oracle Primavera, Microsoft projects. So whatever the format it may be, we just combine the schedule and the BIM model and we'll create construction simulation. Okay, so why we're creating this construction simulation? Because like we can able to plan everything in the software itself. Let's say we're going to pour slab for level 1 tomorrow. Okay, so how much time it will take to complete that particular task, how much laborers are going to work there, and how much cost it will take, and what was the next task after that. How would you move the transportation like materials from one level to another level? So where to place the cranes, everything you can plan in the software itself, because it is better to find a problem with your solution during the planning phase itself than during the execution phase. And with the help of the simulation, you can also show your client that how much the building will get completed after 3 months or after 6 months. You can just go to the particular timestamp and you can show to your client that this much of the progress will be completed and all. Okay, so this is called as 4D construction simulation. And next is 5D. So as I said, 5D means cost. So with the help of your BIM model, you can able to take precise quantity takeoff of any elements you have created. It may be a lighting fixture or rebar or plumbing fixture, pipe fittings, ducts, windows, walls, whatever you have created with the help of a BIM tool, you can able to take precise quantity takeoff, and those data can be used for procurement and cost calculation and all. Okay, so this is 5D. So now let me show you a video of a 4D and a 5D construction simulation. So right now you can see there's nothing in this video, just blank. In the top left corner, you can see the date followed by the material cost, manpower cost, equipment cost, subcontractor cost, and the total cost. So once you start playing this video, you can able to see the building gets completed virtually as the days move forward, and the cost will also increase as the days move forward. So now watch this video. Okay, so this is how a 4D and a 5D construction simulation looks like. So we can plan everything in the software itself. Like as you can see, even the planning of scaffoldings and cranes and everything we can plan in the simulation itself. So this is 4D and a 5D construction simulation. So after this is level 2 BIM. So what we did in level 2, we create intelligent BIM models for each disciplines. We combine those, we solve the issues, then we created 4D and 5D. Next is level 3 BIM. So BIM level 3 BIM, it means it is 6 dimension and beyond 6 dimension. Okay, so what is 6 dimension? So 6 dimension means sustainability. So with the help of your BIM model, you can able to create energy modeling and you can do energy simulation. You can able to calculate how much energy a building consumes and the cost that is related with the consumption of energy and the net CO2 emission from a building. So all the things that is related with the green building that comes in sustainability, that is 6 dimension. And we have other dimensions like 7D that is used for the facilities management, which is the operation and maintenance of the building. And we have 8D that is regarding the safeties and all, and it goes on, there are n number of dimensions. And it's a cloud collaborated process. So nowadays you're working from home with the help of this common data environment, which is nothing but an online cloud platform. Okay, so your client may be in US, you may be working here in India, you both can work together on the same project at the same time from wherever you are, with just with the help of internet and a system. So cloud collaboration and a common data environment. So this is level 3 BIM. So we learn the dimensions of BIM, we learn the levels of BIM. Next, let's see what is point cloud to BIM modeling or else scan to BIM. So normally we create BIM models with the help of the design drawing that we get from the design engineer, right? So it may be in the format of PDF or else in the format of CAD format. Okay, so that is called a scan to BIM or else PDF to BIM. But here this is called as scan to BIM. Okay, so what is scan to BIM? Scan to BIM is a process which uses 3D laser scanning technology to capture the as-built environment. Okay, so here you can see this is the 3D laser scanning machine. So with the help of this machine, we can able to scan the environment. Okay, the as-built environment, which is construction completed building. So once we scan the entire building, we will get the resulting data in the format of point cloud data. Then we will link this point cloud data into the BIM software and we'll create building information models. Okay, so why we are doing this scan to BIM? The applications of scan to BIM helps create as-built BIM models for retrofit, refurbishment, and renovation project. It enables the creation of as-built BIM models for the renovation work of infrastructure assets such as tunnels and bridges. It uses to create as-built BIM models for MEP services that help the managers provide early clash detection. It enhances the creation of intelligent BIM model in Revit by providing accurate point cloud data to the client. It also helps measure points within the scan data itself to find the true dimensions quickly. So you have to go to the site only once, scan the entire building. Okay, then you can use the point cloud data to take measurements so that you don't need to go to site, take the tape, measure manually and all, right? So these are the applications of scan to BIM, and in the bottom you can see these are the images. Like the input is the scanned data. We input this in a BIM software and we will create building information model. And the scope of scan to BIM is really high nowadays. It was a really hot topic in mostly in the European countries and European based companies in India also. So now let me show you a small video about how the scanning process is happening.
The Faro Focus 3D laser scanner is the ideal portable scanning solution for building information modeling, better known as BIM. With the Focus 3D, you can quickly capture the surrounding area to document the complete life cycle of a building in a virtual 3D point cloud. Scan data and project evaluation results can be shared with all construction partners such as architects, engineers, and clients by using the Faro WebShare server. The scan data is saved on an SD card for portable upload to the workstation for detailed 3D measuring and modeling. The 3D point cloud can be exported into various software solutions such as Revit, AutoCAD, Bentley MicroStation, Aviva PDMS, and many other industry-leading software packages.
Okay, so this is how the scanning process happens. So it has two cameras, basically one is horizontal and one is vertical, and it emits 3D lasers, and this 3D lasers just converts the real environment into a point cloud data. And next is photogrammetry. So photogrammetry is similar to scan to BIM. It is also an process of extracting 3D informations with the help of photograph. So photogrammetry is often used by surveyors, architects, engineers, and the contractors to create topographic maps, measures, point clouds, or drawings based on the real world. So here we are not using 3D lasers, we are using photographs. With the help, we are just using the help of drones or else unmanned aerial vehicle. So the drone just go fly over the area. It just takes thousands of photos. Then we combine all those photos and we create a point cloud data. Okay, later we can link this point cloud data into any softwares like Revit and all. Okay, so there are two methods of creating a point cloud data. One is by 3D laser scanning and another one is photogrammetry. So now let's see the 5 innovative trends that are shaping the future of BIM technology. So first is 3D printing. So 3D printing helps the professionals to create accurate elements associated with building design in a short while with a minimum loss of materials. Second is the usage of drones. Project managers and the AEC professionals are using drones for recording and reporting the progress on a construction project. Third is cloud collaboration. So everyone knows what is cloud collaboration, right? We are working with the help of a common data environment and it is a cloud based. And fourth is Internet of Things, IoT. So IoT is nothing but It's a really booming technology. It is used in many industries like manufacturing, medical, and it's also used in construction industry as well. So it's nothing but connecting all the devices with the sensors and controlling them with the help of some algorithms. Okay, it is mainly used in facilities management. And fifth is augmented reality or else virtual reality. So with the help of your BIM model, you can able to create AR and VR. So these are the five innovative trends that are shaping the future of building information modeling. Okay, so we covered about BIM. So what about the future of BIM engineers? Let's see. So in countries like US, UK, Gulf countries, Singapore, Netherlands, the demand for BIM skills are rising, and BIM is expected to become the standard practice in the coming years. A number of design teams are planning to adopt BIM within the next 3 years. So it won't be long before the government mandates the implementation of BIM in major engineering projects. There's going to be an immense need for BIM engineers globally. If nothing else, this makes BIM one of the highly promising career for engineers. In short, BIM engineers are going to have a successful career within a short span of 5 years. With most of the countries moving towards adopting BIM, engineers should start learning more about BIM. In addition, they should be improving their managerial skills as well if you're looking for long-term career in BIM. Okay, so what about future of BIM in India? Let's see. In today's Indian design and construction space, knowledge of BIM has become imperative. This is even more important now that the Indian government has started mandating BIM for all major development projects like metro rails, airport, train station, highway, healthcare, smart cities, data centers, etc., etc. India is a growing economy, and with 11% of its GDP being contributed by the AC sector, apart from being one of the largest employers, it will inevitably undergo modernization in no time. Let's look in deep about BIM in India. The central government has planned to introduce the latest building information modeling technology to expedite the construction of overlay delayed infrastructure and residential projects. According to a Niti Aayog official, the government's plan to introduce building information modeling technology would reduce the project cost by 20%. Besides, it would also reduce the construction time of the project. Therefore, the authority has urged all the infrastructure ministers to consider this model. So here you can see I have listed few projects that is constructed in India with the help of BIM, like metro projects, airport projects, Statue of Unity, and the new Parliament building that is being constructed in Delhi by Tata Projects. So they're also using building information modeling. The executive director of Maharashtra Metro, Mr. Ramnath Subramaniam, said that due to the use of 5D BIM, there would be significant savings in cost and time. Globally, the platform has helped reduce the project cost by about 5 to 6%, he said. So not only in government projects, BIM is widely used in private projects as well. So if you want to know more about BIM in private development India, you can go to India BIM Association website. Okay, so why we're implementing BIM? What are the benefit of implementing BIM? Let's see. The UK Cabinet Office BIM strategy paper sets out some of the main benefits of using BIM. So they're saying that there's a 20% reduction in build cost, 33% reduction in the cost over the lifetime of the asset, 47 to 65% reduction in conflicts and rework during construction. This is really, really important. 44 to 59% increase in overall project quality, up to 43% reduction in risk, improved predictability, up to 40% better performing completed infrastructure, and up to 38% improvement in review and approval cycles. So these are some of the main benefits of implementing BIM in a project. So we covered about the BIM, we covered about the future of BIM engineers in India and globally everything. So now let's talk about TechnoStruct. So TechnoStruct is a group of companies that is spread across in various countries. So we have TechnoStruct Engineering, which is focusing on MEP design, fire alarm, and seismic engineering. Then we have TechnoStruct, which is focusing on building information modeling, estimating, project management. Then we have TechnoStruct Academy, which is focusing on BIM educations and placements. Okay, so why you should consider TechnoStruct Academy, TSA? Let us understand. TSA is the only institute in India offering classroom and online education for global BIM program. TSA is the only institute in India offering an international certification via classroom programs and online. So due to this pandemic, there is no classroom programs. Everything is online only. All the courses in TSA presents a genuine experience and help the students gain a global vision by means of a collaborative learning experience. Our BIM training courses offers the most relevant and up-to-date tools to perform in today's design and construction space. During the course, a student will be given a complicated global project to work on their own based on the topics they covered. And the final assessment will include in-depth analysis of this project. Participants who complete any of a training program obtain a certification that certify their attendance at the TSA along with their qualifying marks in the final evaluation test. And you will learn from experienced professionals. So all the trainers in our academy, they're not just a trainers, they're already working in the industry. So apart from the time they are working, they are spending 1 hour daily for teaching based upon their interest in teaching. So not all the employees were trainers, only few were trainers. So there's a difference between learning from a person who is working in the industry and a person who is just a trainer, right? You can able to gain his industry experience and knowledge, right? Yeah. And we provide lifetime placement assistance. We provide CV preparation class. So some of you might be thinking, why CV preparation class? Because HR receives thousands of CVs every day. If your CV wasn't selected, you can't able to go to the next step. So it's very important for you to have a good idea about how to create a proper CV. And let's say you are selected for any interview, we can help you by providing a mock interview. Okay, so that you can better understand yourself. You can find your strengths and weaknesses, so that in the real interview you will perform better. So these are the reasons why you should consider TechnoStruct Academy. Okay, so now let's look at the courses. So we have two courses. One is BIM Ready Plus. It's an international postgraduate certification in BIM management. Next is BIM Ready Complete. It's an international certification in BIM modeling and coordination. And the softwares you will learn in these courses are, first you will start with Autodesk AutoCAD. So AutoCAD is a software that is used to create 2D drawings and 3D models. Next, you will learn Autodesk Revit. So Revit is used to create building information models for architecture, structure, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, everything. And you can create drawings based upon the 3D model that you have created. And you can also take quantity takeoffs, and there are lots of things you can do with the help of Autodesk Revit. Next, you will learn Autodesk Navisworks. So Navisworks is not a modeling tool. It is a 3D design review tool that is used for the clash coordination. So you remember clash coordination? I said in the starting, right? Yes, to find the conflicts between different disciplines. So clash coordination, and you can also create a 4D construction simulation with the help of Autodesk Navisworks. Okay, and next is Autodesk BIM 360. It's a cloud-based construction management platform. So as I said, nowadays you're working with the cloud platform. So Autodesk BIM 360 is a cloud-based construction management platform, and Autodesk Construction Cloud is an upgraded version of BIM 360. So both are almost the same. And next you will learn Autodesk Robot Structural Analysis Professional. So it's a structural load analysis software. Then you will learn Autodesk Recap. So Recap is a software that will allows you to directly open the point cloud files. So what is point cloud files? Scan to BIM, right? Exactly. And next you will learn Enscape. Enscape is a commercial real-time rendering and virtual reality plugin. Then you will learn BIM Track. It's a web-based issue tracking platform for BIM coordination. And finally, you will learn Dynamo. So Dynamo is an open source visual programming language for Revit. It is written by designers and the construction professionals. So in Dynamo, you can able to create a script that will automate your repetitive task, or else if you want to create some complex building geometries, you can use Dynamo. So all the softwares you will learn in these courses. So first is BIM Ready Complete. So the duration of this course is 6 months, that is 120 hours, and the number of modules are 9. The number of assessment is 7, and the methodology is live virtual class. Okay, so who can attend this? Who can apply for this? So you may be an architect, civil engineer, mechanical engineer, also electrical engineer, student or working professional. Anyone can apply for this course. So as I said, we have 9 modules. So the first three module 1, module 2, and module 3, you will learn about introduction to BIM, BIM in concept design stage, and introduction to BIM authoring. So first three modules about the introduction, and module 4, module 5, and module 6, you will learn BIM in architectural design development, BIM in structural design development, BIM in MEP design development. So at the end of module 6, you will be good with building information modeling of architecture, structure, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, fire piping, everything. So once you're good with the modeling of all the disciplines, in the module 7, you will learn how to perform the clash coordination between all the different disciplines. Next, you will create a 4D construction simulation timeliner and online BIM collaboration, OFN, construction management, issue management, and all. And in module 8, you will learn the cutting edge technologies like Dynamo, Enscape, Scan2BIM, etc. And finally, project internship. Okay. So here you can see the roadmap of a TSC student. So at the end of day 120, you will become BIM ready professional. So this was a career graph of a BIM educated person. So you may start your career as a BIM engineer or as a BIM architect. After 2 to 3 years, you will become BIM coordinator. Then you'll become BIM lead, the BIM manager, and head of the department BIM. So this is the career graph of a BIM educated persons. So we also have some elective courses. Like if you're someone who wants to learn only architecture, you can choose BIM ready architecture. Okay. So you will learn only about architecture. When you choose architecture course, structure and MEP is not included. If you choose only structure, architecture and MEP is not included. When you choose only MEP, architecture and structure is not included. So these are elective courses. And next is BIM Ready Plus. So as I said, BIM Ready Plus, it's an international postgraduate certification in BIM management. So the course duration is 8 months and it is 160 hours. So the number of modules are 8 and the number of assessment is 8. So in order to join this course, you should have a minimum of 2 years of working experience because it's a BIM management course. Okay. And additionally, you will learn some management softwares like Pixel Manager, where you can able to do many dimensions with a single softwares like 3D, 4D, 5D, and up to 60, you can able to do with the help of the single software Pixel Manager. Then you will learn Oracle Primavera and Microsoft projects as well. So these three are additional softwares that is included in BIM Ready Plus. And in BIM Ready Plus, you will learn everything what you learn in BIM Ready Complete. But in addition, you have this module that is BIM management module. So this module deals with the complete documentation, the planning part involved in a BIM project. So you will learn about all the documentation tasks. Let's say if we are going to implement BIM in a project, there are lots of documentation tasks that is happening behind these BIM. So all those documentation tasks will be you will learn in these modules, like how to create a BIM execution plan, how to do the proposal, project bidding, and everything, all the planning things that you learn in this BIM management module. And the duration, as I said, 8 months, that is 160 hours. Okay, placement corners. So we are really having a good placement record for the past 4 years. So most of our students are working right now. Or some students they're just doing their own independent consultant and independent freelancing and all. And many companies who have hired people from the TechnoStruct Academy, they were really happy with the resources. And next time, if those companies are if they're having a vacancy, they're asking us like, is there any students available from the TechnoStruct? Because we're having a vacancy. So what we do, we collect your CVs and we will forward to the company, and the company will call you for the interview. And if we have a vacancy, we will give the first preference to our students. So one thing I want to say here is that 80% employees of the TechnoStruct LLC India are the students of TechnoStruct Academy itself. And 100% employees of TechnoStruct Mexico branch are also the students of TechnoStruct Academy itself. So next time, if we have a vacancy, the first preference we will give to our students only. So these are some of our alumni speaks. So you can just find it in our website, in the social media platforms like LinkedIn also. Okay, so once the course is completed, we will give you an opportunity to work on any one of our ongoing live project. So these are TechnoStruct's noteworthy projects like Microsoft Silicon Valley campus, Google Bayview, San Francisco Airport Terminal 1C, Ford Research and Innovation Center. So any one of your ongoing live project. So what happens is that you not only get the software knowledge, you will get a practical experience of working in a real-time US based project. So when you go for an interview, you can strongly say that you have 30 days experience working in a real-time US based project. You can explain what are the tasks you did in this project, what was your responsibility in this project, what are the problems you faced, how you resolved it, what you learned from this project. You can explain all these things in the interview, and that will definitely separate you from a person who doesn't have any experience. So that's why we're giving this 30 days of internship. So as I said, we have offices in different countries. So we have our headquarters in San Francisco, in Redwood City, California, and we have one branch in Mexico. We have two branches in India, one in Gurgaon and one in Hyderabad. Okay, so now it's the time for the Q&A session. I know most of you people will be having lots of questions in your mind. You can unmute your mic and you can ask your question, or else you can use the chat box to type your questions. So once I answer all your questions, we will move forward with the webinar.
Hello, I'm Jagdish.
Yeah, hi Jagdish.
Yeah, I'm a working professional right now, but in some cases I have to stay some time in my office during submission time. So shall I get a recorded video after that?
Yes, of course. All the classes are
Because
recorded.
I may miss some classes.
Yeah, I can understand. See, all our courses are before the working hours or else after the working hours, because most of the students are they're already working or else they're studying. So they'll be free in early morning or else late night, right? So all the classes are early morning or else after your working hours, like after 7 or else before 8 a.m. morning. Okay, so even if you missed a class, don't worry, all the classes are recorded and you can watch all the recordings, and the mentors will be available all the time for your doubt clarification and all. Okay.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, we have a question in the chat box like, Swapnil, I am at site currently, so please manage a call tomorrow to solve doubts. No problem. I will just give my mobile number in the chat box. Okay, you can contact me anytime. Okay, just ping me a message in WhatsApp and I will help you.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, sir. Good evening. My name is Viraj Mohan. I'm calling, I'm from Nagpur. Thank you for the presentation. It was really very fruitful. I'm a working professional, but I work in a startup which provides services like visualization, architectural, and structural designing. So I wanted to know, sir, that how is it possible to pitch BIM for a small scale projects in India? Like, let's say a G+5 standard on towers or bungalows or like that, because we know that it has a significant cost also. Usually I have seen companies, I have already worked in a company, in a BIM company itself, for like past 2 years, but I have seen that they don't show any kind of interest to work with the Indian clients. There are multiple reasons, like the process, the system, and the material rates and everything is so dynamic in India that it doesn't go hand in hand. So in that sense, how can we pitch the BIM, like the BIM services for these kind of this targeted audience?
Okay, so how to pitch, like actually it depends upon
How it will be fruitful, like for the small scale projects in India.
Okay, so first thing, for small scale projects, it will be helpful. But what happens is that, let's say if it's a small residential project, means they will not be thinking about, most companies will not be thinking about implementing building information modeling. First thing, the skill people in India is lagging. Okay, first, that is that. And next, it depends. See, if it's if it's a US based company, it will be like, it depends upon the hours, how much hours you're working on a project. Okay, in some companies it depends upon how much drawings you're producing. Okay, so it depends. So I can't say that it will be like this or that, but it depends. So let's say if you're working for this, let's take a small residential project and it will take this much hours, means your code will be based upon how much hours. Or else some countries, they depends upon sheets. So how many drawings you're going to produce. So the cost depends upon the sheets. Okay.
Okay.
So it depends.
Okay. So locally, as I have seen, means while pitching, the working process in the Western countries for BIM is like they charge as per the hourly basis, right? Or maybe the sheet as per the sheet. But in India, they are not so much aware about the BIM. When we tell them, or when we like try to make them aware, to let them know that how it can be advantageous for their project, like upcoming projects, so they say, for example, like how it will be, like as per the square feet rate or as per the lump sum rate. So in that case it gets might be somewhere difficult to like make them convinced.
Yes, of course, because like
Yeah.
as I said, it depends. Maybe square feet or lump sum. The problem with the lump
Yeah.
sum is that sometimes you may get in trouble. Like if you take a project for the lump sum, and if your scope get increases, means that will be it will not be that much profit as you expect. So as I said, it depends. Okay, it depends upon the projects and all.
Okay. Okay, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so we have some questions in the chat box, like Sharma, I'm a final year architecture. Okay. And the fee structure. Okay, don't worry about the fee structure. I'll tell at the end of the webinar. Okay. Is 30 days internship a part of 6 months or additional? No, it's a part of 6 months. Okay, not additional. And how much salary?
Next batch is starting on 8th April, and it will be a 7 a.m. batch, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Monday to Friday.
Yes. So please note everyone, the next batch will be on April 8th, and it's going to be a morning batch, 7 to 8. And okay, how much salaries I can expect as a fresher in India, especially in Delhi NCR, and how are the work scenarios and environment in BIM form? Okay, from Sharma. Okay, so Sharma, like there is no actual pay scale for this job, okay, because it's not a government job, so I can't give you an exact value. But the salary is always depends upon how much skilled you are. Okay, so when a company is going to give you some massive packages, means that depends upon what value you bring to the company, not your experience, not your degree, what value you bring to the table. That is the most important thing. Okay, but in India, in a mid-range company, as a fresher, you can expect around 25 to 30K, but that depends. If it's a big company, you can expect more. And it is not about the company, it also depends upon how skilled you are. If you're not skilled and if it's a big company, you can't expect the package that you need, right? And if you're skilled and if it's a small company, same scenario. If you're really skilled, you will get the pay that you need, that you wish for. Okay, as I said, it always depends upon how skilled we are.
Pragati, can I say something here?
Yeah, yes, Mr. Venu.
Yeah, this is for everybody. What I would request you to do is do a little bit homework. Go to Indeed.com and see the vacancies available right now for BIM engineers in India. You will be astonished. There are huge vacancies which are unfilled right now. The supply is less than the demand. So finding a job will not be a problem. How good a job, that will depend upon the skill and the interview. Secondly, the government of India is supporting BIM, as you all know. All 34 new airports to be built this year in small towns. Those are all BIM projects. The new railway stations, Bangalore, Bhopal, these are BIM projects. All the metros are BIM projects. The new parliament building is a BIM project. So there are no dearth of projects. There is no dearth of jobs right now. If you're inclined to learn BIM, learn it very well. I can assure you there'll be no shortage of jobs.
Yes, exactly. So right now you can see I just opened the Indeed website. Again, you can see I just searched for the keyword BIM and it says 394 jobs available right now, right? And you can see a BIM manager in Kerala, and the pay is, you can see, 12 lakh per year. So it depends. BIM modeler in Pune, BIM modeler in Karnataka, Revit modeler in Andhra Pradesh, 45,000 per month. So it depends. It depends upon the experience. It depends upon the company. There are lots and lots of vacancies available. Just go and search in any job searching website. You can see one company in Delhi, 55,000 per month for electrical BIM engineer.
Additionally, if you are a good student, if the trainers recommend you, we can ask you to work for us. And there are lots of companies, especially in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Delhi, NCR, who whenever there is a vacancy, I hope Pragati has showed this chart, they give us our students the first preference. Once again, job finding is not a problem. You have to learn Revit very well.
Yes, exactly. So don't worry about the salaries, just focus on developing the skills. You will get the job that you need. Once you are skilled enough, you will get it. Okay, any other question? Just feel free to just unmute your mic and you can just ask me directly. Okay, and the work scenarios and the environment in BIM firm. Okay, so in a BIM company, your day-to-day work will be like creating BIM models first, and next is to resolve all the issues. Okay, so mainly it will be focusing on solving the problems. So let me show you a live quick demo. So just hold on. So right now you can see that I'm working in this project right now. So actually, you can see this was a federated model which has all the disciplines like fire piping, water piping, and electrical cameras, conduits, ducts, condensate pipe, and everything, right? And also has architecture and structure model. So what we do here, let me show you. I'll just turn off the architecture and the structure model now, and you can see. So this was a federated model where the architecture and the structure model is turned off. So we can just fly around the model. We can find the conflicts. What happens if it's a multi-story building and if there are lots of pipes and ducts running inside, just clashing in the site, means that will be a big hectic work, right? So we can just basically find all the issues in the software. We can resolve all the issues in the software, even the placement of hangers and everything. We can plan it in the software itself. So this is just a quick demo of my ongoing live project. And actually you could have seen here, like these are different types of plumbing fittings. Okay, actually this is not used in India right now. This is mainly used in the Hawaii state, Hawaii province of US. Basically it is used to save space. Okay, so normally in a waste pipe we have waste and vent pipes separately. So what here we are doing is that we are using this kind of fitting which is called a sovent, which will act both as a vent as well as a waste pipe, so that we can save one pipe, right? So just a small quick tip. And this is also one of the research facilities center I'm working right now. So what you're seeing here is the terrace, and you can see the lots of mechanical equipment in the roof, like air handling unit, conduits running in the wall, and pipe fittings and all. So imagine how many clashes will be there. We don't know, right? You can see right now inside the false ceiling, and you can see there are lots of pipes running here and there, ducts. We don't know what kind of, like how many issues will be there unless we uh, use BIM here, right? So this is a software called as Navisource. As I said, Navisource is used to find the conflicts in the software, right? Where we combine all the models together. So if you want to see only if we just turn off the architecture model and the structure model, means you can see only MEP models will be there. You can see what you're seeing here is just the steel structure and the MEP models, no architecture, nothing. So you can also go to our website. So this is a TechnoStruct website. Just go and have a look, and you will get an idea about who we are, what kind of project we are working. And you can go to this TIBCAM website. It stands for TechnoStruct Institute of Building Construction and Management. Click enroll for course. And when you click this, just fill all your basic details. And when you come down, you will get all the fees details. So for BIM Ready Complete, it is 50,000 plus GST. And if you're choosing the elective courses like only architecture or else only structure, that is 25,000 plus GST. And if you're choosing only MEP, that is 35,000 plus GST. If you are someone who wants to learn both architecture and structure, and if you want to skip MEP, that is also 35,000 plus GST. Okay, and you can have like if you like we also have no cost EMI option. Okay, you should have a credit card. So if you have a credit card, you can pay with no cost EMI, and you can also just go to LinkedIn and you can see Sushant, he's one of our student, and you can see 51 minutes ago he got a new job in texture as a BIM engineer. You can see he's one of our student, and just search for TechnoStruct Academy. Just go to LinkedIn page. You can see lots of testimonials from our students, and you can see this is how the certificate looks like. You can also verify the certificate with the help of the QR code. And you can see he's one of our student, Subhadeep. He's a sorry, he's a BIM specialist, and he has created his own 4D construction simulation. So he's one of my students, and you can see lots of testimonials about courses and all. And okay, so still, why there are so many architecture firms in India and less BIM firms? Why BIM is not taught in architecture colleges? Neither nobody talks about why majority of architects are still doing traditional methods to design building and spaces. Because like yeah, that's the problem in India, right? Because right now these things are to be taught in college, but colleges are not teaching all these things. Okay, but these are the skills that you need to work in a real project. Okay, so as I said, no colleges will teach you this, but we teach you. And majority of architects are still doing traditional methods to design building spaces. So the reason is that they're not aware of BIM. Even though they're aware of BIM, they are not ready to learn the new technology. So that is one of the main things. I have seen many architects, they're still using AutoCAD and 3ds Max for modeling. So they just do everything in 3ds Max, then they just create drawings in AutoCAD. They only use these two tools. I've seen many architects like this. All SketchUp, 3ds Max, AutoCAD, only these three. But in BIM, you can able to do lots of things. So if you create a BIM model with the information in the BIM model, you can able to do many things. If you want to do energy modeling, you can do it. If you want to do facilities management, you can do it. If you want to do the cost calculation, you can able to take precise quantity takeoff. If you want to find the construction simulation, you can do it. There are lots and lots of things you can do it. Basically, Revit will save more time rather than if you use the traditional design tools like AutoCAD. And for an example, take AutoCAD. If you want to take section in a building, how much time it will take to take a section, right? But in the Revit, you can take a section with just a single click. So there are lots of advantages here. And I'm a first year civil engineer. Can I join offline courses in Bangalore? Actually, we don't have offline courses. Okay, so everything is online only. Okay, may I get this meeting video because I joined late? Don't worry, I will share a similar recording. Okay, no problem. Okay, so now let's move forward with the webinar. So I said I'll give you a bonus information, right? That bonus information is the first 10 to join will get 10% off on registering for BIM Complete or BIM Ready Plus, and you can refer your friends or colleague, and if the referred person joins, you will get an additional 5% discount from your course fee. Okay, so let's have a quick look about what we have learned in the first 60 minutes. So first we learned what is BIM, how we get here. We learned the levels of BIM, the dimensions of BIM, 3D implementation class protection, 4D construction time, 5D cost, 60 sustainability, 70 facilities management, 80 safety, and there are n number of dimensions. Next, the future of BIM technology, future of BIM engineers in India and globally, and the benefits of implementing BIM. And finally, why you should consider TechnoStruct Academy. If you still have any questions, feel free to contact me. Just take a screenshot of this page, just ping me a message in WhatsApp, and I would love to help you. Remember, leaders, they use their time effectively. Leaders, they separate themselves from the crowd and stand alone. This is Pragadish signing off until we meet again. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.